Hi guys, this is teacher Nicola here from DadaABC. Today I would like to share with you 7 ways I use ManyCam for my DadaABC classes. So I use ManyCam because I find it to be a very exciting and fun tool that I can use to enhance my online classroom, to engage the students, to help me with teaching, and to be honest, it just makes my life a whole lot easier because ManyCam has so many functions which I am utilizing. So the first one that I would like to share with you is making my picture brighter. So number one is making my picture brighter. So I live in I live in a house where the sun just doesn't penetrate. You know, the sun is outside and it's really beautiful, but the house is really dark. So most of the rooms are quite dark, so I don't get the bright light that I would like to during my classes. And I find that ManyCam really helps me to make my picture brighter just by adjusting the settings. So I'll show you a before and after. So let me trans over to the screen because I am using the yearly subscription standard version of ManyCam. So I have 4 screens available to change over to. So I'll change over to the first one and just show you my integrated webcam without any effects that I've or any adjustments that I have done. So how I adjust the screen is basically I click on the video icon in the from the icons that you can choose from in um, the ManyCam app that opens on your desktop, and I just go down to color, and then I just play around with it until I get the lighting that I think it's good. So look at the difference. So there's a big difference. So this is pretty gray, not very colorful, and it's just too dark. And then, ta-da! This is really bright. It's brought all the colors of my background out. So I'll just show you how I could do that in this screen actually. So I can just adjust the brightness. But first what I like to do, first I adjust the brightness a little bit. Then I use the contrast button, and maybe bring the brightness down. And then I'll use the color button to just brighten the colors a little bit. And that just instantly transforms my classroom. So let me bring that back down to normal because I don't want these screens changing color because I'm using them for other things. So yeah, so that's my main screen. So that's my screen 1. So that's great. I hope that helps you out. So the second way I like to use ManyCam in my class is to play music videos. So I love playing music videos in ManyCam. My music video screen is the third one. So I just trans over to there. And what I like to do is I like to use a second screen because in ManyCam you can, put different, you can put multiple screens in one. So that's like this, or you can even go half like this, and you can just, put yourself there, or you can do it like that. You can do it like this, or like this. So what I like to do is I just like to click on that one, put my integrated webcam there, make this smaller, so that when I'm playing the music video, the student and the parent can still see me. So that's really important to me. And I think every teacher should do that, should allow the student or the parent to still see you while you're playing music videos. It's what I tell all the teachers I mentor, and I just think it's great because parents don't want to walk past and see children watching music videos. They want to see the teacher as well. So ManyCam is a great way to make the box as small as possible if you buy the yearly subscription, to make the box as small as possible so that they can see as much of the music video as possible. So there's 2 ways that I like to play music videos, and that is either from the music videos that I have downloaded and I keep in a file. So I just simply right click, go to media files, and click on the video that I want to play. Or just like this one that you see now, I can just simply go to YouTube, type in the song that I'm looking for, copy the link, right click, press YouTube URL, and paste the link into that URL box. And ta-da! my music video is playing.
There
so it's really
was a
important just to
farmer
check
had
that
a
your
dog, and
audio
Bingo was his
correct.
name. O-B-I-N-G-O.
So, as you can see, and I can mute it. So there is an audio button right at the top corner of the music video in ManyCam, and I can mute it,
Clap.
turn it on, mute it. So if I just want the students to watch the video without singing the song, I can just mute it,
and Bingo
and then
was
I can turn the volume back on. So the audio back on. So that's the two. Those are the two ways that I like to play music videos in my classroom. So I'll go back over to the main screen now. So the third way that I like to use ManyCam is for digital flashcards. So as you know, as ESL teachers, flashcards are a must. Flashcards are really, really important. They help you to teach the students. They help you to teach them new words or even, play games. There's lots of games that I created with flashcards. One of them is on my YouTube channel as well. And they're just great. So digital flashcards are basically images that you can download from Google or wherever you get them, and they're just on your computer. You don't need to print them, you don't need to do anything, you just display them in ManyCam. Wow, that's really cool. So all I do is I can go over to the same page where I play my music, and I've saved a load of images for certain classes. So these are flashcards that I don't have. So for example, pardon me, I don't have a flashcard of butter. So I downloaded that from Google. Ta-da! I've got a butter flashcard, because sometimes the pictures in the courseware are not quite clear. So it's good to have a second picture to show the student. Or even if you're just talking about something. So then I've got jam. So this is about food. These flashcards are in a file for food, cheese. So these are all digital flashcards. Now I played a game with my students. So what I did was I selected 4 boxes, and I put all the flashcards that I was teaching that day, all the digital flashcards that I was teaching in the 4 boxes like this. What else was it? Milk, something like that. And then I told them that Mr. Shark, who is the famous puppet, so here he is, Mr. Shark, is going to eat one of the food objects. So they have to close their eyes, and Mr. Shark will make the eating noises. Nom, 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 nom. And then when they open their eyes, one of the pictures has turned into just my picture. So they have to guess which food item Mr. Shark ate. So that's a really cool game using digital flashcards. So I'll give you an example. Oh, what did Mr. Shark eat? Yes, he ate bread. Very good. That's it. So digital flashcards are amazing. So I would highly recommend downloading as many pictures as possible and creating individual files for those pictures, so that if you ever come across something in the courseware that you need a flashcard for, you can just open that simply in ManyCam, and that's it. Voila. So that's the third way I like to use ManyCam. The fourth way I like to use ManyCam is using the drawing tool. So the drawing tool is really, really, really important to me. I almost use it in every single class. So what I like to do, I'll just give you an example. So say if I'm playing a video from YouTube, I'm playing one of my YouTube songs. So let's say I'm playing my YouTube song here, and let's say this is a song that we have been learning for some time. So I want to pause the song. So what you can do is you can pause the song in ManyCam as well by clicking the pause button. Pause button, what kind of English is that? Pause button. And then you can use the drawing tool to just pick a color from the drawing tool, and you can circle, underline anything you want on the video. And what is so cool about the drawing tool is that there are back buttons and forward buttons. So you don't always need to use the eraser to rub something out. You can just click back, back, back. How quick and easy is that? So if I want to ask my student, what animal can you see? They can say a cow. I say, great. Dun dun. What animal can you see? I can see a horse. Very good. So that's one way I like to use the drawing tool. Another way is I will maybe I like to use I like to create scenes for my students. So sometimes I'll make a sky just using the blank image. I'll use a blue color, and then I'll choose a border from one of the borders that I downloaded from the ManyCam objects files that you can get in the ManyCam website, on the ManyCam website. So I'll usually choose something like, let's see, something like this. So I'll then, as a reward, I'll use the drawing tool to draw flowers for my students. So I don't usually put my picture in this part. So I will say to the student, okay, what color flower would you like? And then I'll draw the stem like this. And then if they tell me they want a red flower or a pink flower, then I'll usually use the, ManyCam has all the colors. So in the free version, it's quite limited, but the standard version, you can have access to all the colors and all the tools. So I will just draw the flower for the student, and then I'll just choose another color like so. And there's also a paint bucket, so you can paint a color. Oh, but look, I can just press back, dun dun, and you can, so you can color things in bulk by using the paint bucket. And then I'll just do a little middle here. So then that's how I like to use the drawing tool as well. Other ways I like to use the drawing tool is if we have something on the courseware that I want to draw or maybe spell, I can use the drawing tool or the typing tool to do that. So you can also type things. So sometimes if the student hasn't come to class, I'll display this in my screen. Hello, welcome to your DadaABC class with teacher Nicola. And then when the student shows, I just, ta-da, I'm in the classroom. So yeah, lots of fun ways that you can use the drawing tool. Let me see, there was something else that I wanted to mention. Yeah, so with the drawing tool as well, I like to let's go to here. Maybe I'll play a game. So like guessing words, like hangman, that game. But I don't usually draw a hangman. I just draw the C or something. But you can also do that on the screen. But sometimes, it's just fun to do it in the MiniCam as well. To spell words, so I like to draw the letters to help the student write the letters to help the student say the letters. And there's just lots of ways that you can use the drawing tool. So that's number 4. So number 5 is using the custom area tool to stream a portion of my screen, my desktop screen or whatever is showing on my laptop onto ManyCam. So if you right click on ManyCam and you go to desktop and you'll see full screen, area under cursor, app window and custom area. So I click the custom area and that brings out a box, and wherever you move the box is what's going to show in your ManyCam image. So I worked out a way to stream my iPad onto my laptop, my Windows laptop, because I have Windows, through an app called Lonely Screen. So I downloaded Lonely Screen. It's free as well. Well, it says a free trial. And I downloaded Lonely Screen. And then when you do this, you'll be able to mirror by selecting the mirror button, mirror your iPad onto the Lonely Screen. And then what I do is I put the Lonely Screen far down into the corner of my laptop, so it's as out of the way as possible. And then I go to one of my screens in ManyCam, so it's the 4th screen I go to, and I click custom area, and I put the custom area box over the Lonely Screen so that it's showing this. So I'll show you right now. If I go to here, as you can see right now, my Word document is open and you can see a corner of the ManyCam. So I'm just going to move this, and I'm going to click on my lonely screen. There it is, as you can see. So that's where my lonely screen has opened in the corner of my laptop screen. So if I just close it again, if I just minimize it, it just goes away. And when I open it, the custom area is already perfectly over the center of that screen. So I have the alphabet magnet app on my iPad open, and I can just use this now as a, what is that? What is that? Oh, go away! Oh dear, I don't know why that has opened. Okay, let's go again. Oh, I have to try to cut that out of the video if I can. So, there is Lonely Screen. So I can move it over, do everything I want. Look at this. And then underneath, because I only put it over a portion of the app, not the whole thing, then I will ask the student what they would like in their forest. So would they like a bear or a bee? Or we can go to the pirate ship. Would you like a pirate or a treasure chest? And we can go again to the space. Would you like an astronaut or an alien? So this is really, really great for rewards. So you don't need to hold up your iPad to the screen. You don't need to have any rewards prepared. All your rewards are basically digital and they're iPad apps. So, this really is these things like digital flashcards, playing YouTube videos through ManyCam, and streaming your iPad onto to your laptop using Lonely Screen or however else someone else has done it. I couldn't find any way to do it because I have Windows. And this basically minimizes a lot of work for online ESL teachers because I tried. I tried to hold my iPad up to the screen and it was just so annoying. Sometimes the light would be reflecting, um, or even like playing music videos on your phone, it's too small, it's a bit boring, all this stuff like that, making loads of flashcards and all this stuff like that. This minimizes a lot of work for teachers. So, of course, it's wonderful to make flashcards, but then if you don't have the flashcard, what are you going to do? So, you can easily just download the Google image and it will make everything better. So, that's the let me see. That's the fifth reason why I like using MiniCam. So the number 6 is I like to make my own objects using the MiniCam object maker on their website. So you can get as many objects as you can as you want from ManyCam, the ManyCam website itself. It is limited, and some of the objects that were there in the beginning, I can't, from in the free version, I can't find them now on the website. So I've made some of my own objects according to what my students tell me. Let's say I ask them, "What did you eat today?" I know the Chinese culture, most of the time the students, they eat rice, they eat fried chicken, they like chicken wings, they eat porridge, lots of porridge, like rice porridge, um, small yellow rice porridge and stuff like that. And they eat a lot of eggs for breakfast and all those kind of things. So I basically made my own images by going on to, I use Photoshop to create an image in Photoshop, and then I will save it for web, and then I will go onto the ManyCam website and create an object. So let me just show you the objects that I've made. Oh, I found it. Good. Okay, so fried egg, and then I've got boiled egg, I've got chicken wing, I've got Chinese egg soup, I've got rice. So as you can see, oh, go away, chicken. So this is my fried egg, which I made in Photoshop, and I made a bowl of rice, and I also made, let's see, some egg soup. This is exactly what the egg soup looks like in China. Chicken wings, and usually chicken wings look like that too. Boiled eggs and all those kind of fun things. So these are usually what I used to ask my student what they ate. I've still got plenty more to make. So I want to make stuff like tomato and eggs, which they eat regularly. 西红柿鸡蛋 and dumplings. I need to make some dumplings. So I just basically copy the images from wherever I can get them and just cut them out in Photoshop and make an image from them. I don't obviously draw these things. So yeah, so that's another way I like to use ManyCam. So I'll just get rid of these. And then the final way I like to use ManyCam, number 7, is I like to use ManyCam to display my DadaABC logo. So as you can see, what I have done is I have just used one of the screen boxes. So if it's just one screen, it's like this. There's the second screen. I will just I'll click on it, press media files, and put my DadaABC logo, which I downloaded from the internet, in there. And I'll just minimize it and move it over where I want it to be. Now you can use this for a watermark as well, and that's basically for live streaming. So whenever you're live, let's say you're live on Facebook or you're live in your classroom, this DadaABC watermark will show up. But it doesn't work for making videos like this and stuff like that, and you can't move it around. So that's why I prefer just to use it as an image in one of the screens rather than a watermark. So yeah, that's why. So yeah, that just saves me a lot of time printing and cutting or whatever, you know. And if they do change because DadaABC recently changed their logo, so I just copied and pasted the new one. So that's really easy. So these are the ways that I like to use ManyCam in my class. Getting 22 minutes now, so I hope this video was helpful to you and it gave you some ideas of how you can use ManyCam in your class. And I look forward to also looking at all the other teachers' ManyCam videos so that I can get more ideas. So thank you very much and see you again on DadaABC. Bye bye. Have a great